Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 3 of August 2018 with the high-level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until basically we catch up. But real quick, where do I get the names from? I get them from a site called resignation.info maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person, even though there have been a bunch of those, but even still, not everyone's going to be indicted. Check out the link to the indictments on the site if you haven't seen it already. There's also a little feature where you can report resignations. Anything that hasn't been on the list since September 2017, or if it's just brand new, go ahead, put the link to that news article, submit it, and once it's been verified, it'll be added to the list. But if you're lucky because it's new and it's notable, chances are you might see it on the next resignation show. It's every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being on March 17th, and it's hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll put the link to their channel in the description, or if you're already on the Resignation Info site, go to the Resignation Show tab and link up with In Real Life News there, or just catch up to all the resignation shows. But anyway, now that that's taken care of, let's get to the list. We have the CEO to China Investment Development Limited in China. We have the sheriff to Tallahatchie County Police in Mississippi, William Brewer. He was arrested that Friday on conspiracy and extortion charges. We have the chief to Sarasota Bradenton International Airport in Florida, James Carlino, resigned during an investigation into a complaint of misconduct. We have the chief design officer from Electronic Arts in the U.S., Patrick Soderlund. He resigned to pursue, quote, his next life adventure. We have the CEO to Massachusetts Port Authority in the U.S., Thomas Glenn. We have monk master from the Buddhist Association of China, Zhu Qing, resigned after facing a governmental investigation over accusations of sexual misconduct. We have the governor to Punjab in Pakistan, Rafiq Rajwana, resigned saying he would return to his profession of being a lawyer. We have the spokesman to the Aam Admi Party in India, Ashutosh Shiji Gupta. We have the councilman to Indianapolis, Indiana, Jeffrey Miller. He had pleaded guilty to 4 counts of battery on a child. We have director to Andover Veterans Services in the U.S., Alicia Redden, resigned over a profane tweet she sent out earlier in 2018 criticizing people who voted for Donald Trump for president. We have a director to the National Housing Bank in India, Sriram K., resigned amidst allegations of favoring housing finance companies. We have the director to Credit Suisse in Switzerland, Shell Coley. We have the CEO and director to Jaguar Mining Inc. in Canada, Rodney Lehman. We have the councilman to Sewickley Council in Pennsylvania, a Republican, William Cornman. We have the trustee to the Danville Area Community College in Illinois, Tanya Hill. We have the vicar and the curate to Lanchester in the UK. We have representative to Chigwell and Hainault Synagogue in the UK, Nick Pitch, resigned after calling rabbi in training Nazi youth and a capo. We have the counselor to Claresholm in Canada, Donna Courage. We have the president and chief of staff to the University North Florida in the U.S., Tom Serwatka, retired. We have the CEO and director to Navadia Biopharmaceuticals Inc. in the U.S., Michael Goldberg. He resigned and went off to be a CEO at Macrophage Therapeutics Inc. We have the chairman to Borsa Istanbul in Turkey, Himmet Karadag. He went off to be a deputy chairman at Halk Bank. We have leader to Fox Valley Voices of Men in the U.S., Shannon Keenavan. He was a leader for a men's group that seek to help end domestic abuse and sexual assault, and had resigned in the wake of sexual harassment reports by 2 women on him. Goodwill Industries of North Central Wisconsin said that Thursday. We have the CEO and president to Entergy New Orleans in the U.S., Charles Rice. We have the COO to Air Canada in Canada, Ben Smith. He resigned and went off to be CEO at Air France KLM. We have referee to the Premier League in the UK, Bobby Madley. He had mysteriously quit his job just one game into the new season, quote, due to a change in personal circumstances, end quote. We have a member to the Labour Party in the UK, Patrick Stewart. He resigned saying it didn't feel like his party anymore as he attacked Jeremy Corbyn's leadership. We have the CEO and president to Contago Oil and Gas Company in the US. We have the head of infrastructure and change to Deutsche Bank in the US, Dan Persad. We have these directors also from Deutsche Bank, pause if you need to, because we also have the head of trade and financial supply and the VP. John Richmond, though, went off to work for Santander. We have the chairman, and the other ones could have gone off somewhere too. That's just the only one we knew where someone went. We have the chairman to South Cross Energy Partners GP LLC in the U.S. We have the director to Human Brain Project in Switzerland, Chris Ebel. We have board member to Harwood Union School in Vermont. We have CTO and VP to Dish Network LLC in the U.S., Vivek Kimka. We have the VP to Elkhart Park Board in Indiana, Tonda Hines. She resigned citing unethical practices by board members. We have the chairman to the Football Federation in Australia, Stephen Lowy, resigned because he was tired of political infighting at the organization. We have the chief to the Ottawa Police Department in South Carolina, Stephen D. Holloway. He resigned, and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division is investigating him. He resigned because of that. That was written a little weird. Sorry. We have the CEO, the chairman and director, and a director to Far East Global Group Limited in China. Pause if you need to read those. We have the vice president to Beijing Media Corp Limited in China, Ping Liang. We have a director to AE Multi Holdings BHD in Malaysia. We have the CFO to Inspur International Limited in China. We have the chief to Oak Ridge Police Department in Tennessee, James Akagi. He resigned because due to being accused of harassment and being unprofessional in creating hostile work conditions. We have Deputy Sheriff to Hamilton County Police Department in Ohio, Ryan Parker. After an online group conducted a sting operation and accused him of trying to meet a 15-year-old to, quote, engage in sexual activity. We have the chief to Palisades Interstate Parkway Police Department in New Jersey. I'm pretty sure I butchered that one up for sure. Michael Coppola. He resigned just days after authorities arrested him for allegedly buying cocaine and having it shipped to his post office box. We have the CEO to Descon Engineering Limited in Pakistan. He went off to be an advisor to the Pakistani government. We have the senior VP to Cisco Systems in the U.S., Wendy Barr. We have an associate band director to the University of Houston in Texas, Mark Martin. He resigned before the school could fire him for inappropriate behavior with students. We have an attorney to Dallas, Texas, Larry Casto. We have a director to Deutsche Bank in the UK, Vikram Gandhi. He resigned and went off to work for ANACAP. We have the deputy to Benton County in Arkansas, Miguel Cordova, resigned and admitted to sending up inappropriate text messages to a confidential informant. We have an attorney to the Airport Authority Board, Nez Perce County, Montana, Jennifer Douglas, resigned, alleging she may have been the victim of criminal conduct. We have the member to the Alliance for Change in Guyana, Gladwin Abdullah. While citing corruption by party members on the region as one of the main reasons for his sudden decision, he resigned. We have the bookkeeper to the Mercer County School District in Illinois, Angie Dellett. She resigned because she was charged with stealing from the school and its athletic booster club. We have a member to Oak Ridge Board of Education in Tennessee, Paige Marshall. We have the mayor to Neillsville in Wisconsin, Steve Mabey. We have the CFO to Infosys in India, MD Ranganath. We have the chief to Saudi Football Federation in Saudi Arabia, Adel Izzat. We have the CEO to Antarctica, New Zealand, Peter Beggs. We have a board member to Antarctica, New Zealand, Sharon Hunter. We have a professor to George Mason University in Virginia, Peter Pover, resigned amid sexual harassment allegations. Retired amid those allegations. We have the CEO to Matchmaking Institute in the U.S., Arlene Vasquez. We have the CEO to National Rugby League in Fiji, Timochi Naleba. We have the CEO to Universal Service Fund in the U.S., Suzette Camille Buchanan. We have the director to TH Plantations BHD in Malaysia. We have a director to Acme Holdings BHD in Malaysia, retired. We have commander to Tinker Air Force Base in the U.S., Levi LL, retired. We have the CFO to Rocket Internet SE in Germany, Peter Kimpel, resigned to pursue a new management challenge. We have a director to the China Development Limited in China, Zhang Yuming. We have a secretary to National Anti-Poverty Commission in the Philippines, Lisa Maza. Resigned amid the reasons she cited for stepping down are the termination of peace talks as announced by the president, the possibility of more attacks against her, and the return of the Marcoses and Arroyo to power. And Arroyo, not Andy Arroyo. We have the chairman to Pakistan Cricket Board in Pakistan, Najim Sethi. We have the CEO and president to China Merchants Securities International Co. Limited in China. We have a director to XOX BHD in Malaysia. We have the chairman to Recon Wenyuan Cable Co. Limited in China. We have the CEO and general secretary to Royal College of Nurses in the UK, Janet Davies. She resigned in wake of Roe over, quote, misrepresented, end quote, because she misrepresented the NHS pay deal. We have the CFO to Hertz Global Holdings, Inc. in the U.S., Thomas C. Kennedy. We have the chief to the South Sudan Peace Watch in Sudan, Festus Mogay. He's a former Botswana president. He was satisfied with the process of peace building so far and wanted to leave it in new hands. We have the CEO and president to Grand Traverse Bay YMCA in Michigan, Jay Buckmaster. Resigned and went off to work as CEO in a YMCA in Indiana. We have a director to Arms Cement Limited in China. We have a spokesman to Hoover Fire Department in Alabama, Rusty Lowe, retired. We have the public information officer to Hoover in Alabama, Lori Salters Schomer, retired. We have the elections director from Pender County in North Carolina, Dennis Boyles, retired. We have a pastor to St. Joaquin Catholic Church in Florida, Cristobal de Paula. Resigned amid allegations of a serious boundary violation with an adult woman. We have a pastor to St. Coleman in Florida, Henry Powellek. We have a director to the Sewerage and Water Board of New Orleans in Louisiana, Jade Brown Russell. We have the athletic director to ULM in the U.S., Nick Floyd. We have a chairwoman and a vice chairman to the First Responder Network Authority and FirstNet in the U.S., both retired. We have the chairwoman and director to OWC Pharmaceutical in the U.S. We have a director to Crimson Wine Group Limited in the U.S. We have the chief to Waldoboro Police Department in Maine, Bill La Bombarde. Close enough, retired. We have the president and director to Porter Medical Center in Vermont, Fred Niffen. We have the CEO and president to Wells Pan Health in Pennsylvania, retired. We have a division director to Federal Reserve Bank in the U.S., David Wilcox, retired. We have the CEO and president to Motion Industries, Inc. in the U.S., Tim Breen. He died at the age of 58. We have Deputy Secretary General to FIFA in Switzerland, Marco Villager, retired via, a final bladder era FIFA official. He called it quits. Yeah, that's just a note on that. Okay, probably could have skipped that. Anyway, we have the mayor to Changchun City in China, Lu Changlong, resigned after a safety scandal at Changchun-based vaccine maker Changxing Biotechnology sparked widespread consumer anger. We have the CEO to Push Doctor in the UK, Aaron Ozagir. We have the president to Buddhist Jogji Order in South Korea, resigned over corruption and fatherhood allegations. We have the chairman and director and the vice chairman and director to Wang Tai Holdings Limited in China. We have the CEO to Wakefield Regional Council in Australia, Jason Guchel. We have the CEO to Vinnie's in Australia, John Falzon. We have the director to Manchester Chamber of Commerce in Tennessee, Terry Hudson. We have the chief of economic development in Dallas, Texas, Raquel Favela. We have the CEO to CSE in the U.S., Tom Savio, retired. We have the CEO to Higher Education Authority in Ireland, Graham Love, resigned amid tensions with the Department of Education over funding for third level. We have the CEO to Nevada County in California, Rick Haffey. We have the CFO and VP to Coty Inc. in the U.S., Patrice De Halouette. And we have the chief to Long Beach Fire Department in California, Mike DeRee, retired. So that's it. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until we catch up. Also, don't forget to link up with In Real Life News. Subscribe to them so you catch the next Resignation show on March 17th. And as always, if you like, please share, because sharing's caring. And if you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so YouTube has no choice of what kind of content of mine you get to see. I hope you liked it. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.